Hey everyone, this is James. It is March 5th. It is almost 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and this is my 4-hour chart of Bitcoin. This is BTC USDT on the Binance exchange. So like I said, this is the 4-hour chart, so every single bar represents 4 hours of time. If you've been following along with my videos, I've talked about that I thought price was going to get here, and it would more than likely consolidate before, or we'll either get a burst through and then a nice retracement back through like this. So real quick, for everyone that is new to the video, all the new viewers, this is where we've come from. So I like to always kind of look at where we've come from to where we are now. We were in a huge downtrend. We broke that downtrend in this range right here. We broke off of it, and we've continued to stair step through that downtrend, finally just saying goodbye to it. However, one thing I do point out a lot is right here, you can notice as I trace right here, you can notice that the left hand side is extremely volatile. You can see the wild swings, you can see the price action, you can just see the moves are just more volatile. And then as you look over to the right hand side, you can see that price is a little more muted. Everything's kind of stair stepping, just very soft. The runs are still pretty good, but it's definitely not what it used to be. And I think there's a lot of traders that are going to enter these positions, right? Even when I'm talking about like price breaking through this zone and moving higher, everybody's thinking that they're going to get this again. They're going to get this wild and crazy bubble, like this. They're thinking that they're going to buy at 11,000 here, and it's going to go to like $30,000 or $40,000, within a few days, like it did, back then. I mean, it didn't go that high, but like let's just say from where I drew the line was 8,000 to almost 20,000. So I mean, that's what everyone's expecting. A lot of traders are going to get impatient, and that's my segue into what I want to talk about. Is that as you get into these zones, this nice churning, this oscillation around this line that you see that I drew, this orange line with the arrow up, you can see that energy is flowing upward. So I've talked about this. This is how my analysis is done. It's done on frequency, it's done on energy, it's done on price movement, and the flow of energy is upward. It's no longer downward, it's upward. However, these moves are not fast enough for the everyday traders of Bitcoin. People want the extreme volatility there used to be, to where Bitcoin can move thousands of dollars within a day or 2 days, and people were making money hand over fist. That has dramatically changed in this market, as you saw when I went back from the beginning. Now, if you've been a holder since 6,000, that's a whole different story, but you can see that now it's turning into hold plays. So right here, down here, we had this nice little V bottom, and I'm sure not many people were able to catch this and realize, what was occurring there. But, if they've held on during this correction and this run, they're up very nicely. They're up very nicely. Even if they got out here, they're still up very, very nicely. I do believe that price is headed higher, and with that, I do have to make the disclaimer, since I'm on social media and so forth, that this is not investment advice. These videos are for educational purposes only. So now that I have that mumbo jumbo out of the way, let's focus on where we are now. And the reason why I was talking about traders becoming impatient is as you enter this area, remember I said there's going to be some consolidation, some sideways movement. I said that anything we got over the weekend would end up being retraced. It got retraced. We use this as a springboard. We bumped off of it, and now we're continuing higher. We may consolidate in this range. We may even move lower and dip and then break out like so. That is more than likely the possibility. However, there's also the other possibility that we're going to break up. Both lead to the same exact zone, but they're two different paths to get there. So we could do something like this, a nice vertical move, a nice sharp move downward to shake everyone out again. And then everyone's going to get confused, and what's going to happen is as the price comes down, everyone's going to get bearish and think, oh God, I got to short it, and they're going to get ripped. Their face is going to get ripped right off. That's the unfortunate nature of this market. But what you can see just from looking at the price analysis, as I trace this line, you can see the flow of price. You can see the nice stair stepping up and down. So that's where price is heading. So what I think is going to happen is that we are going to take out this high. That's what this red line notates. This red line just notates this high right back in here. Okay, the little red line is just a little soft. Let me zoom in. Hang on, my chart got a little crazy because I zoomed out. The little red line right here, this is just a soft resistance zone. Okay, this isn't anything in particular. I just want to see how price reacts to it. That's it. This green line right here, no, it doesn't mean anything. It does not mean anything right now. The orange line is to represent price movement and just show the oscillation around price as we're moving upward on an upward slope. As we reach this zone, you can kind of notice that price was making these nice sharp word movements up, and now we're kind of mellowing out just a little bit. We're creating a nice coil that you see right here. Let me fill that in. So you can see what price is doing. If you look at it, if you tilt your head like maybe 20-30 degrees to the left, you can see exactly what's occurring there. We have a nice consolidation building right up, and typically these consolidations lead to nice spikes up or down. It does not necessarily mean that is going to be the path that the price is going to continue to travel. Sometimes there's fake outs where it'll break down and then shoot right back through. So those are different things that you have to understand, and those are different things you have to watch for. You can't just immediately chase price, but that's what these consolidations lead to. They lead to the average investors chasing price and getting ripped, and then getting ripped right back down, washed and rinsed, and then boom, price reverses, and they're completely confused, and they're chasing price again, and they're in a bad position again, and price is gonna move. You know, price is gonna wiggle, especially in the cryptocurrency market. So the volatility in this market is extreme, and there's a really funny video out there. I wish I knew the title, but if you haven't seen it, I'll have to post in the Slack channel because it's just hilarious about crypto. But anyways, that's me getting off on a tangent there. As we break through here, if we consolidate, this is what happens, and then we break through. If we don't, we come back through. We should retest the exact high level, possibly dip below, and then break outward. As we break up, my first price objective is around 12,500, which is right in here. All right, I don't have a line there. I can put a little line that way everyone can visually see it. I'll keep it out there right now. It's roughly about 12,000. Yeah, somewhere right here. I'll keep that line out there. Call it my little happy red green line. There we go. I'll keep that for the next few videos. But that's where I think price is going to stop. I think price is going to hit here, possibly oscillate in this area before it breaks up to my goal of my final goal of about mid 13,000s. Now price can significantly go beyond this point, because if you've been watching my videos, that what I believe is going to happen, all right, I need to zoom out, that way I can illustrate this for people. I know if you've been watching my videos, you already kind of understand what I'm going to say, but we've had a lot of people watch this run occur, okay? A lot of people were calling for the low 9,000s and then even below. So as price got in this area, everyone, the 9,000, low 9,000 level, 9,300 wasn't enough, and everyone was expecting price to go lower. However, price radically, price made a radical movement back upward, and it just completely took off, leaving everybody in the dust. So everybody, or not everybody, let's say just a large majority of people started doubting this run, thinking that it was going to break back down and everyone was going to get a nice, happy, good price at around, maybe in the mid to low 8,000 range. I thought price was going to go much lower. I'm not saying that I'm any better, because I did think it was going to go lower to construct an uptrend line. However, we have a very steep slope here. So so what happened is a lot of people, I think, are still sitting on the sidelines, or they're chasing price and they're getting in bad positions. Like they're chasing price here, price is dropping, and the only thing they're remembering is this run right here, and it's a psychological factor of fear, and they're being whipsawed through here. And I think that's exactly what this is doing. It's beating people, whipsawing them around, and breaking their patience and causing them to make irrational moves. So as this occurs, okay, and we do break out of this zone, oh, look at that, what was that? I don't know what that alert was, but so as we break out of this zone, we are going to push up, and as we push up, it's going to cause a lot of fear, a lot of panic, because there's going to be a lot of sell orders in here. There's going to be a lot of volatility, and a lot of people are going to freak out. But once they realize that prices are going to start to take off, they are going to chase it, and it's going to create price going higher and higher and higher. And as that happens, I do think that we're going to get more of a vertical market, and that could take us well beyond the mid 13,000 range. So I'm not trying to draw the videos out, but I'm just trying to explain everything to everybody as best as I can, without using any technical jargon and just keeping it extremely simple. But basically, this is all, markets are driven by human emotions, okay? That's basically what this is in a nutshell. This is human emotions. This is people getting highly emotional. And when we break out, especially if we break out and have a nice whipsaw back down, it's going to cause a lot of panic. A lot of people are going to freak out. And when it goes right back, they're immediately going to chase it. And once they chase it, and once we realize that we're breaking out of this zone right here, I think it's going to cause vertical price movement, and that's going to be my time to get out. But we'll see what happens. So look at this. This is a live video right here, and you get to see exactly what's occurring. So we have a nice 4-hour bar drop back down, break through the trend line. People are probably freaking out right now. We're at 11,400, but we're right here on a nice little springboard. So depends on what price does right here. If price breaks through this, then obviously this line's invalidated, doesn't mean anything. But I got a feeling we're going to use this as a bounce. I've been telling people that we're going to have this little drawback. I knew this was going to happen. Price is going to get extremely volatile in this area. A lot of people are going to freak out, but I still am wildly bullish on Bitcoin right now. The only way that's going to happen, that I'm going to change my mind, is if we blow out the side, and we would literally have to break down below about 10,900, 10,800, depending on how fast we move downward into time and space. But these are live videos, so you get to see my work live right here on the screen, and this is where I think there's going to be a nice bottom right here, and then as we move up to test this high, okay, it's going to create the nice consolidation we need, and boom, as we build that energy, it's going to give us the fuel the rocket needs to go higher. So like I said, this is not investment advice, okay? This is just my analysis. This is my predictions based on my analysis, based on price action, and what it looks like is everything is positive. You can see there's not a negative slope here. That's a negative slope, that pink one. Everything's positive that we see here, okay? Everything's positive. We see this nice stair stepping up, and that's exactly what we're doing, right to 11,786 on the Binance exchange. So that's it for today. I don't want to drag the video out any longer. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. If you're watching this on social media, please like, comment, share, subscribe. It really helps me out. I do this for free to help educate people, and I want to continue doing it. And basically the best form of repayment is just liking and subscribing and sharing the content, because that helps with the algorithms nowadays. Everything's built on the algorithms, otherwise you don't even show up in your videos. But I'm not asking you to do something you don't feel like doing, but if you do enjoy the content, please do so. And then my next video will be tomorrow morning for Bitcoin, probably around 6:30 to 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's it for tonight. So I hope you have a great day or great night, depending on where you are in the world, and I will talk to you tomorrow.